Hey guys, so today I'm here with a review of the Denon AH-D510R over-the-ear headphones. So I've had these for a little while now. I actually took them to Las Vegas to kind of test them out. I listen to all kinds of different genres of music. I listen to them on the plane back and forth, kind of test the noise quality of how it keeps out all the background noise. As well as I also use these as my main editing headphones while I was over there, so to use for editing all of my videos. So overall, I'm ready to go ahead and give you guys my full review, tell you what I like and what I didn't like, and whether I think you should purchase these or not. So as with any headphone review, we've got to start out with the sound quality itself. Pretty much the most important, in my opinion, the most important thing when you're buying headphones is whether they sound good. I mean, why would you ever buy headphones if they sound bad? On this front, mostly good, they're not perfect, they're not going to be amazing, but for the $100 price point, I'd say that I give them a pass. So the bass is a little bit low, and I will say that, but overall, everything else sounds pretty decent. The mids, really quite good. Now, again, do keep in mind that this is compared to other headphones in the the $100 price point. I mean, don't go comparing these to some really expensive Sennheisers or Beats or anything like that. But when you take a look at headphones in roughly this price range, they do pretty well. So like I said, they're a little lacking in bass, which is kind of a disappointment considering that most over-the-ear headphones do kind of excel at bass, but it's still a reasonable amount. The treble and the highs are acceptable. Again, not amazing, but pretty good, and the mids are above average, I would say. Now, for what this kind of means in practical terms, I found that metal, if you kind of listen to a lot of techno or hip-hop, these aren't going to be the greatest. Now do keep in mind that I'm not trying to say that they sound bad or anything like that. It's just that they're not really suited for, high bass, that kind of song. They just kind of fall a little flat. Otherwise, though, most other genres of music, they do sound really quite respectable. They have nice volume. They're pretty clear. They're actually really quite clear. There's not a whole lot of muddiness in the song. So overall, with the sound quality goes, I do give the Denons, they're pretty good on that front. Now let's go ahead and move on to the build quality. Now, this is the point where the review is going to take a little bit of a bad turn, as I really am not a fan of the build quality of these headphones. So as you guys can see here, they are made, well, hopefully you can see that, they are made of plastic. Now, there's nothing particularly wrong with this, however, they just kind of feel cheap. So, it's kind of hard to say. I mean, I haven't had any issues with them. They haven't broken or anything like that. But I haven't had them for, a couple of months or anything, any kind of long term. So it's kind of hard to say how they will hold up over the long run. They just kind of feel a little bit cheap. They're all pretty much entirely made of plastic. It does have a nice kind of padding up top, which kind of does help keep it comfortable. And I will say that these are very comfortable. Probably the only other headphones I've worn that are more comfortable than these are the Beats by Dre Studios, and those are probably, those are just amazing. So, as far as comfort goes, you wear these for a long time, no issues. They do have some pretty nice padding in the cups. It's a little bit firm, but once you use them for a little while, you get used to it real fast, and once they kind of get broken in a little bit, and you don't have any issues there. So, again, like I said, the build quality is not fantastic. They just kind of feel cheap. On the other hand, though, on the plus side, is that they are very light. So I don't actually know the exact weight or anything like that, but I can tell you that these are pretty lightweight. I mean, you're not going to really have any complaints about that. You toss them in a bag or even around your neck or whatever, you're really not going to notice them. They are super lightweight. So I guess it's a decent trade-off, but personally, I would prefer they made it out of a little bit nicer materials, maybe a different kind of plastic or something, just to kind of give it a more of a premium feel, because of course these are $100 headphones. One good feature about these headphones is that they do have controls for your iPod or your iPhone. So as you can see here, you do have your plus and minus. You can go ahead and adjust your volume, as well as you can go ahead and skip your songs. And if you flip it over on the back here, you'll be able to see it does have a small microphone port. We can go ahead and use voice control, or just use it as just a general microphone to record things. Now, I actually was really impressed with the microphone. It's surprisingly really good quality. The buttons are pretty generic. I mean, they're not bad, they're not good. They're just they work pretty functional. But then there's nothing really particularly amazing about them. Now, the cable is kind of prone to getting all wadded up and kind of tangled. Which again, not well, a lot of the cables on headphones these days are getting thicker. However they do it, don't ask me, but they're getting where you don't have to worry about them getting tangled. This is about a 3-foot cable, so of course it's not going to get extremely tangled. It's not going to be a big deal. As you can see here, you can get it wadded up, and it will get tangled pretty quickly. If we go ahead and take a look at the end itself, it's decent. There's not a whole lot to say about it. It will fit in, pretty much any iPod, iPhone, or any really device with a 3.5mm headset jack. It's a little bit big and bulky, but again, not a huge deal in my opinion. So overall, I have kind of mixed feelings about these headphones. On one hand, the audio quality is really pretty good. Now, for the price, I don't have any issues with the audio quality. I think it sounds pretty good. You're not gonna, again, I don't want to think that it's gonna be amazing. I mean, for the same price, you could probably get some Sennheisers, which will sound a little bit better. But overall, I mean, there's really not a whole lot to complain about the audio quality. It would be nice if it had more bass, but not really a big deal. It's not like, the songs are with a lot of bass are you just can't listen to them or anything like that. It's just that they're a little bit lacking in that area. Now, my major problem with these is the build quality. Now, I just really have a hard time paying $100 for headphones like this, and they really feel like much more like $30, maybe $40 headphones. I mean, they just feel really pretty cheap. Now, whether that's going to actually be an issue later on, if they're going to break or anything like that, it's kind of hard to say. But they don't feel like they're going to, you can crush them or anything like that. But I'm just saying that they don't feel very, very high quality. Same goes for the cable. It just kind of seems a little bit cheap, and it definitely is pretty annoying. I mean, during this review, I'm just looking down, and the cable's already gotten all tangled up. So overall, I think these headphones are pretty solid, but unfortunately, I think they're just a little bit too expensive. Now, currently, these are $100, pretty much the MSRP, which is $100. That's pretty much everywhere you find them. I think I really can't recommend them at this price. Now, if you could find them for maybe $75, then yeah, I would definitely recommend these. They're pretty solid. Again, the audio quality, which is the most important thing, is really pretty intact. You're not going to have really any issues with that. And of course, I could definitely live with the build quality. So, if you can find these for maybe $75, or perhaps the price goes down, go ahead and pick these up. Otherwise, you might want to pass. They're just not quite up to the build quality that you expect for this level of headphones. Anyway, guys, I do want to give a big thanks to Denon for sending these out to me for free to review for you all. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching.